We're going to jump right in, and our topic for today is how to incorporate yoga into your private practice. So, first and foremost, I want to say that you always have to follow your ethical guidelines of your license, and that you only practice within your scope of practice, and that you find ways to be ethical in being a yoga teacher or incorporating yoga principles into your private practice. So yoga comes in many forms. It's not just what we think of as like going to a yoga studio and practicing there and doing all of the postures. Yoga is actually like a way of life, and there are certain things that you do when it comes to yoga. So when we say incorporate yoga into your practice, it can mean a lot of different things. That can mean incorporating breath work, which is a part of yoga, the postures, which is a part of yoga, and meditation, which is a part of yoga, which is very common for people in private practice to recommend meditation for our clients. We know the benefits of meditation. So know that if you're already doing breath work and teaching meditation, you're already incorporating yoga in some ways. You can also incorporate postures, but make sure that you're doing postures that really work for your clients and meet your clients where they're at. Yoga for children is so popular. I love doing yoga with children. I usually pull up a little YouTube video and we'll practice it together. I don't normally, if I'm teaching any yoga poses to my clients, I don't normally practice with them. But with kids, love to do it, love having fun whenever they teach yoga for kids. Usually like use really cute animal names and lots of sounds and lots of movements and lots of fun. And so it can be a really great way to engage a child who maybe isn't talking as much, but really is able to move with their body and express themselves physically. And so yoga can be really great. If you really want to jump into yoga and really understand yoga, I do recommend becoming a registered yoga teacher. I have my RYT 200, which means I did 200 hours of studying to become a yoga teacher and took some tests and submitted some coursework. It was amazing. I loved it. Where I did it, it was my vinyasa practice, and they were so amazing because they really focused a lot. There was a big focus on mental health, on diversity, at yoga at any size. And so I loved it. It was so in line with how I run my private practice that it was so amazing. I'm going to give you another tip on how to incorporate yoga into your practice. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. I love TherapyNotes. I was actually working on it last night and running all of these reports, and we're starting to collect a lot more data for my practice and put that down on paper. And it's so easy to use TherapyNotes to run reports. So if you're a data-driven practice, you definitely want to check out TherapyNotes. TherapyNotes has a free telehealth option. You can bill insurance through there. You can take credit cards, super competitive rates for credit cards. There's an online portal. They have assessments you can send to clients. It's really a full service electronic health record. So if you're looking to make that change, check out TherapyNotes. Going back to how to incorporate yoga into your therapy practice is you want to make sure that you are not teaching full classes to your therapy clients, that if you decide to teach yoga, that it is completely separate. So I don't teach yoga classes at my private practice. I don't have a yoga studio. There's ways you can do that, but you have to make sure everything is very separate. You want to make sure you have liability insurance if you become a yoga teacher, which I carry liability insurance, and that you really just keep it separate if you're doing full yoga classes and doing full therapy. If you're incorporating techniques, be upfront with your clients, let them know that you're incorporating it, and gauge their interest and their willingness to use those kinds of techniques. They can be really great, especially working with depression, anxiety, but you want to make sure that your client knows and understands what yoga is and how that's incorporated into the therapy sessions. I hope that all of you become inspired to either practice yoga for self-care or incorporate yoga into your practices. And we will end this video with a namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. Bye, everybody.